fully observable Markov decision process. Okay. In the previous section, we have discussed what is Markov decision process. In that, we have assumed that environment is fully observable student. What is fully observable? Fully observable means that the agent knows which state it is in. Okay. Agent knows its location. Okay. Along with that, it is also uses the transition model. Okay, what is the transition model? This transition model depends on Markov assumption. Okay, what is the transition model we have used? That is T of S, A, S dash. Okay, what is this transition model now? By performing action A, this agent will move from state S to S dash. Okay, so the next state depends only on the current state. Okay, that is the Markov assumption. Okay, so this transition model depends upon Markov assumption. And here, what is that environment? Environment is fully observable environment, means the agent knows where which state it is in. Okay, so in that what is that, whatever policy we are finding, that policy depends upon the current state. What is the policy we are taking now? The policy we denote it as phi of s. Okay, so what is this policy indicates? This gives you what is the action it has to perform in the state S. If the agent is in state S, what is the action the agent has to perform? That so this policy will be depending upon what? The current state. S is the current state. Okay, so in the fully observable environment, the policy depends upon the current state, students. Okay, now for example, if you see the real world environments, the real world environments are partially observable. It is not fully observable. So it is partially observable. So the agent does not know where it is. Okay. And the agent does not have the clear information about the environment. Okay. So here, that is why, what is that partially observable means that the agent does not know where it is, in which state it is. Okay, so that is why whatever action the agent is performing does not depend on the current state. So it cannot execute the action. Phi of S cannot be recommended for partially observable environments. Okay. So the utility of state S and optimal action does not just depend on S, but also how the agent knows where it is. Okay. So what is that here? The utility of S and optimal action if you are taking. So pi of S. What is pi of S? The utility of S and the optimal action does not just depend on S, but it also depends on where agent is. Okay, so it has to know its location, and it also should know what is the utility value. But in partially observable environments, the agent does not have any information where it is. Okay, so that is why this type of agents are called what? Partially observable MDPs. Okay, so what is this partially observable Markov decision process? How do we call it as? POM DPs, POM DPs. Okay, POM DPs. Okay, that is nothing but partially observable MDPs. Okay, so that is why the partially observable MDPs are much more difficult than ordinary MDPs, because ordinary MDPs are fully observable. It knows its location. Okay, whereas POM DPs does not know any information about the environment. Okay, now if you see that real world problems, the real world problems are the examples of POM DPs. Okay. So here in 4x3 world, we have discussed now, students. In 4x3 world, we know that here this is the 4x3 world, students. In the 4x3 world, now let's suppose the agent has no sensor. So agent don't have any sensor. So the agent does not know where it is, in which location it is. Okay. So the agent initial location will be any of these 9 states. So these are the terminal states. Other than this terminal states, how many states we have here? Just count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states. Okay. The agent location can be any of these 9 states, students. Okay. Agent can be in any of these 9 states. Okay. Because it does not know its location. So it can be in any of these nine states. So since agent could be anywhere, the agent, so since the agent will be in any of these 9 states, what is first action the agent has to do? It has to reduce its uncertainty. It has to know about its location first. Okay. The agent has to know about its location. Okay. So for example, if you reach unknown place, what you do? First, you will search where you are. Okay. Then you will find the solution to reach the terminal state. Yes or no? Your destination. Here also, when here the agent does not know any information about the environment. So what is that agent will do first? It will first reduce its uncertainty. So it wants to know where it is first. Okay. Then it will try to head for the terminal state. What is the terminal state? It has to reach +1. Yes or no? Then it will try to reach +1. Okay. So this is the example of 4+3 environment, students. Okay. Now to handle this form DPs, first we have to define this form DPs properly. How do we define form DPs, students? Here, these are the elements we use to define the form DPs. So some of the elements same as MDP. What are the elements we have used? Same elements we are also using here to define form DP. So what are the elements we use to define form DP are the transition model, reward function, observation model. These are the three one mark. So these two are the elements we have used in MDP. Other than these two, here one more element we are using, that is observation model. Okay. So what is transition model? It gives you what is the probability that the agent will reach from state S to S dash by performing some action. Okay, agent will be reaching the state S to S dash by performing some action. Okay, so what is RFS? RFS is the reward the agent is receiving at that particular state. And what is observation model here, students? This will also give you the probability. So it is the probability of perceiving some observation at particular state. So we are getting what is that? You know that this is the agent and this is the environment. Agent will get the information about the environment through percept, and it will be acting on the environment through actions. Yes or no? So what is the probability that the agent perceives some information at that particular state is called observation model. So we denote it as O of S comma O. Okay. This is also probability, student. This is the probability. So it is the probability of perceiving observation in state S. Okay. Now, for example, if the agent is having only one state, if the agent is having only one state, so what happens here? The agent will automatically reach that state. So it will, since it is having only one state, agent will automatically reach that state. So what is the probability that it will perceive that observation here will be 1? Since there is only one state, so what is that here? The agent is having only one possible observation. So that what is the probability that this will occur is 1 only. Okay, if you have two states, then probability will be distributed among two, like that. Okay. Now here we are discussing one more concept called belief state. What is the belief state is? It is the set of actual state the agent might be in. Okay. So what are the actual states the agent might be in? Because the agent does not know where it is. It is partially observable environment. So what are the possible states the agent might can reach? Okay. That is called belief state. Okay. So what is belief state here? Belief state is nothing but the probability distribution over all possible states. What are the possible states here? So just now here we have discussed that. These are the two terminal states. No, all of you see this figure. These are the two terminal states. The agent can be any of these 9 states. Agent can be any of these 9 states. So what is the probability that the agent might be in any one of these states will be 1 by 9 for each and every one, 9 possible states, no? So what is the probability for each state is 1 by 9, okay? So this is called belief state, students. This called belief state. What is belief state will give you? It will give you what is the probability that the agent will be any one of these state. Okay. So what is the initial belief state? Initial belief state will be this one, student. The first 9 non-terminal states will be having the probability of 1 by 9. And these two are the terminal states. The terminal state is having the probability of 0. Okay. So what is B of S, students? B of S is the probability assigned to the state S. Okay. So what is the probability assigned to each and every state? This we denote it as B of S. So B of S is the probability that is assigned to any state by using belief state B. Okay. Now what is that here? The agent can calculate its current belief state. How the agent will calculate the current belief state? It is the conditional probability distribution we have discussed in the third unit, student, that we are using here. So the conditional probability distribution over the actual state given the sequence of observations and actions. Okay. How this current belief state can be written, students? It is the probability distribution over the actual state as given the observations and actions. This will give you what? The belief state B of S. This gives us what is the current belief state. Okay. It is the conditional probability distribution over actual state given the observations and actions. All of you see this? Okay, this is the equation for current belief state, students. Okay. Now, what is B of S is? B of S was the previous belief state. Okay. Now, the agent has performed some action. So, by performing some action, what happens? It will perceive some observation. It will receive some observation so that we are getting new belief states. What are the new belief states the agent might reach? Okay. So, what is that? B dash S dash that gives you the probability for the new belief state S dash. So what is the formula here? So it is alpha times the observations at the state S dash by performing some actions in summation with respect to S. This is the probability by performing some action. The agent is reaching from state S dash from S. Okay, and B of S is the belief state. Okay. So using this equation, we are getting what is the new belief states. Okay. So this equation can be written as B dash is equal to what are the actions it is performing now? What are the inputs it requires here, students? If you just see this equation, we require belief state and actions and observation. These are the three things it requires. So this B dash can be written as forward BAO. Okay. And what is this alpha? Alpha is the normalizing constant. In the conditional probability distribution in the third unit, we also discussed alpha. Alpha is the normalizing constant that makes the, when you add this belief state, finally the sum should be 1. No? So if you are not getting sum is equal to 1, alpha value will be adjusted such that we are getting sum is equal to 1. Okay. So what is the fundamental insight to understand POMDP here is the optimal action. What is the action we are taking? That depends on the belief state. Okay, whereas in MDP, students, whatever optimal action we are taking, that depends on the current state. Yes, here it depends upon belief state. So that is why, how do we denote the optimal action here? We denote it as pi star B. Okay. So what is this pi star B gives? It gives you what is the belief state at this particular belief state, what is the action, what is pi? Pi will give you action, no, at that particular state. So what is the state we have here? B. B is the belief state we have. So at that particular belief state, what action need to be performed? Okay. This pi star B will give you the mapping from belief state to the action. So in POMDP, students, optimal policy depends upon the current belief state, whereas MDP's optimal policy depends upon current state S. Okay, so it does not depend upon the actual state. It does not depend upon S, because this is partially observable environment. No, the agent does not know its actual state. Okay, so what agent knows here? The agent knows what are the set of possible state the agent can reach. Okay, so that is belief state it knows. It does not know the actual state. It knows the belief state. That is why here what is the optimal action depends upon the belief state. Okay, so how this POMDP's agent will be executed here? These are the three steps here, students. First, the current belief state will be given, B will be given. Once B is given, it will execute some action. Okay, that is pi star B will give you what? At current belief state, what action to be performed. Okay, it will execute the action. So by performing some action, it will receive the observation from the environment. The agent will receive some observation from the environment. Okay, so based on this observation, okay, what is that? It will find out the next belief state. It will find out what is this forward BAO is the next belief state. Okay, so the next belief state will become current belief state, students. Okay, this will continue. Okay, so it is same as policy iteration algorithm, whereas there we have states, here we have belief states. Okay, so here we have current belief state. So based on current belief state, what action it has to perform, that will be denoted by pi star B. By performing this action, some observations we are getting, students. Okay, based on these observations, we are finding what is the next belief state. So the current belief state will become next belief state. This will continue. Okay, now what is our aim here, students? We want to find out the probability that the agent belief state B reaches the B dash after executing some action. Okay, so we want to find out what is the probability that B will be reaching what is the B dash by performing some action. This probability we are interested to find out, student. Okay, so to find out this, we are following the following steps here. Okay, so now what is that we know? We know the action and subsequent observation. Okay, so some action is performed. By performing this action, what are the observations the agent is receiving from the environment? We know. Okay, we know the action and subsequent observation from the equation 1. Okay, see this equation 1, students, all of you. Okay, if you see this equation 1, okay, this is the equation. So we are getting what is the next belief state from the action and observation. Okay. So in 5 minutes, we'll complete this now. Okay. So we are, so from the equation 1, we are just obtaining what is the next belief state, B dash, we are obtaining from the equation 1 by performing some action and observation. Okay, so the subsequent action is because what are the next actions that does not known to the agent, because what is this? It is partially observable environment. Okay, the subsequent actions does not know. Okay, so the agent might be reaching one of these belief state. You have the set of states this agent can reach. So agent will be reaching one of these belief state B dash depending on the observation. Okay. So here, what is the probability of perceiving some observation given A, okay, and belief state? See now, what is this conditional probability, students? It is the probability of observation given the action and the belief state. Okay. So using conditional probability equation, what is the another parameter we have? S dash. You need to consider what are the set of states the agent will be reaching. S dash. Okay. So using conditional probability, this will be expanded like this. So we have to expand with respect to S dash. So we will be considering S dash also here. S dash is changing with respect to A comma B. Okay, so the first term is nothing but observation model, students. This is the observation model. Okay, and this equation will give you what? It is the probability of reaching S dash by performing some action and the belief state. Okay. How do you obtain this equation? This equation is obtained by, this is the formula we use to obtain this equation, the equation for this term. Okay, we substitute, this is the formula for this equation, this term. Okay. Now, by what is that we want? We want to find out what is the probability of reaching B to B dash by performing some action. Okay. What is this now? This is nothing but probability of reaching B dash by performing some action and B. Okay. Now, what is the formula for this? The formula we are using again that conditional probability distribution expansion. We are expanding with respect to one more parameter rho here. Okay. So observations rho. Okay. So by what is the formula for this? This formula we have got from here. This we will be substituting here. So this gives you what is the probability of reaching the B dash from B by performing some action. The second equation. Okay. And how do you find out reward function here? The reward function can be obtained by using this equation, students. So from the transition model and reward function, we can say that the observable MDPs, that is observable MDPs, whenever it is executed on belief state. Okay. So we are getting the optimal policy. Similarly, MDPs, partially observable entities will be executing on physical state space is same as MDPs on executing on belief states. Okay. POMDPs executed on original state space is equal to MDPs executed on belief state. Okay. So from this we can say that we are getting the optimal action pi star B. Pi star B is what? It is the optimal policy on belief state. So, which is same as POMDP is executed on physical states. Okay.